Hi, I'm Derek and congratulations. Way to go starting your own construction company. That is amazing. Kudos to you for taking that step. I'm going to be sharing with you how to start a construction company so you can realize, the profits, the money, everything that you wanted to get out of finally being the boss so you can enjoy more free time and just pursue your dreams of being a successful business owner. All right, so before we get started, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that thumbs up button there, subscribe to the channel. Best way to grow your construction business, best way to start your construction company, watch some videos, subscribe right now. So I'm gonna be sharing with you 3 different things that you need to be thinking about in order to start a successful construction company. First one's gonna be a little bit of how to set things up, and then I'm gonna be sharing with you 2 other areas that you need to know about when you're starting a construction company. Not your standard kind of, nuts and bolts, but more of an overview of specific ways of thinking in order to be successful. Being a business owner is one of the greatest joys ever of challenging yourself. It's also one of the most difficult things to get started. A lot of businesses fail, 90% fail within their first 5 years or something like that. So odds are stacked against you, but hey, you're in the right place, learning the right things. If you want to get help with any of this stuff, specifics, I've got a whole program. That's what I do. I help construction business owners get their business started or, upgrade and expand. So make sure you're getting help, whether that's through, videos or reaching out to people that can get you to that next level. So first thing is the setup, right? You want to be set up for success. So what do you need to get your business set up? First off, your name and niche. And a lot of guys, when they start out for the name, they want to just use their own name, or they want something that sounds cool, right? That's fine. You do you. But my suggestion is, if you want to be, successful and really resonate, is figuring out who's your ideal client, who's the type of person that's going to purchase your service, and what kind of name are they going to be drawn to? What kind of name is going to resonate and attract them to your business? So if you are getting hammered, framing, yeah, that's awesome. But if I'm a 50-year-old with 3 kids and living in building a new house, professional, I may feel a little uncomfortable about hiring Get Hammered Framing. Maybe I'm more interested in serene green spaces, framing and carpentry. So again, you can be funny, you can be crazy. You do you, but you think outside the box. But think about your name and how it's going to affect the client that you want to purchase your service, and then your niche, right? So how are you going to differentiate yourself? Are you just going to be another framer, just another electrician, just another, cleaner that does residential and commercial and cleans anything kind of job that you can do? Or are you going to specialize? And if you specialize, if you find a niche, it doesn't have to be super creative. It just has to be a little different and a little bit narrowed. And it's not that you can't do work outside of that niche, and you'll still get clients who want other services outside that niche, but at least you'll be known for something, and you'll have an easier time with sales and marketing, which is generally a big challenge for new business owners. That makes sense, especially in construction, because you've probably done the work before. You've probably, done the concrete, done the roofing, whatever kind of business, done the general contracting, as a project manager possibly, but you've never actually run a business where you have to go and get sales and market yourself and show value and do all that kind of stuff. So anything you can do to make your life easier on the sales and marketing side is going to make your business that much easier to be successful. So does that make sense? I'm not going to go too far into it. Again, if you want help with this, reach out to me or drop a comment. I do read the comments. I do reply. I will help you. So make sure you're dropping comments. The other part of the setup, just going to go through this quickly. Things you need to be thinking about is licenses, right? You want to make sure you have your licenses and your business set up as, a proper corporation or sole proprietorship or whatever you're starting out as, and insurance, liability insurance. So if something goes sideways and someone sues you, you have a guy walk on site and throws a cigarette and the whole house burns down, you need your insurance in place to cover your ass. And the third part that I'm going to be talking about, the setup, is your branding and marketing, which I kind of alluded to in the first one, but branding and marketing is going to be huge. You need to be marketing as soon as you can. Once you stop watching this video, watch to the end, but then start marketing and start branding and start building your business and selling yourself, selling your business, selling why you are awesome and why everyone should do business with you. Because having that consistent lead flow and getting out there, I know a lot of guys say getting your name out there, right? That is very important, but also having some sort of system in place for marketing, whether that's, social media, door to door, signs, online, offline, whatever it is. But that's probably going to be your challenge starting out. Generally is branding and marketing and sales. For a lot of guys, that's their struggle. Even if they have a lot of energy going into it and they have a lot of business, there's generally a point where you haven't been through that sales cycle, those ups and downs, those, economy recessions or whatever, where you need consistency, but it's just you have those lean times. So super important. That's the first part, getting your business set up. Now I'm going to be moving on to the other two parts. And again, these are ones that probably most people wouldn't talk about when telling you to get your construction company started, but it's really the things that it's going to give you long-term success. The second one that I'm going to talk about is learning habits. So you're already learning right now by watching this video and getting this great information and figuring things out, but your learning habits is what's going to, again, propel you to success or be, drop you down to failure. If you're not learning, if you're not progressing as a person, you should be investing in yourself. Things you got to be thinking about: advisor or contractors group. So if you know somebody, it could be an old boss or somebody else you met in the construction world, or maybe if you're working for a general contractor and you're starting a trades business, ask them if you can go out for lunch with them, or take them out for lunch or get coffee with them, and just ask them, hey, when you started your business, hey, when you were hiring your employees, hey, when you were doing this, get their feedback. They're going to be a wealth of information. Or reach out to, someone like me who coaches construction companies regularly. So that's a very big part of learning, is from other people. Sales and marketing. So I'm going to be sharing with you a few books that I would suggest you read. Again, if you're totally turned off, oh, I got to learn, this sounds like school. Yeah, it kind of is, but not in the way that you need to be bored all the time. Audiobooks are great. Set it on 2 times speed or 1.5 speed, and just soak up great information. It's like, showering. You need to do it regularly to be effective. Learning, you got to do it regularly to be effective. So sales and marketing, The Greatest Salesman in the World. Awesome book. It's about sales. It's about life. It's about how to think, mindset, super solid book. The second business book that you need to pick up is The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. It is over there behind me. This one is going to talk to you about functions of the business, how to set up systems for consistency, those things that I'm all about. And super awesome book. Every entrepreneur should read that. Must read, The E-Myth. And then the final one is finances. So finances, again, is going to be something probably new to you, managing business finances. You're going to have a lot of money coming in. You're going to have big contracts. You're going to have tough times. You're going to have a lot of money going out. You're going to be paying employees a lot of money and this and that. So managing finances is super critical. The book that I recommend you pick up for that is Profit First. Profit First is a kind of a system for managing money, where you know where things are at. Even if your bookkeeping or accounting isn't great, it's a way to just make sure that you're not overextending yourself and you're profitable, and that if there is issues with finances, you know about it sooner than most contractors would, who just have one bank account and everything goes in there, and hey, I've got money, so go buy a boat, and oh, now I don't have money, so try to whatever, not purchase a bunch of stuff. So yeah, learning habits, super important. Always be learning. So it's making sense so far. On to number 3. So the third area we're going to be looking at is systems. So again, starting out, the last thing in your mind is probably systems. You're probably I just want to do the work. I want to get some projects. I want to get some clients. I want to, get a logo and start marketing and doing all this fun stuff. And then you'll get to a point where you're so overwhelmed, stressed out, got no time. You'll be burning both ends of the candle, doing 60 to 80 hour weeks for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and just realize hey, what have I done? I'm busy, but I'm not really making any money. What's going on? To get past that, you're going to feel a crunch, and your trajectory and your ramp up phase of starting a business to being successful, the time frame is going to diminish and be a lot shorter if you have proper systems in place. This is the bulk and my niche of what I help clients with. So a system that you want to be looking at is a project management system. How do you manage projects? Part of the project management is also clients and managing how you manage them during the project, but having a project management process and system in place to make sure that things are running smoothly, there's a repetitive way, and that you can start to offload that and delegate it, right? Because you're going to be busier than you've ever been before. You're going to have more stuff flying at you than you've ever had before. You need systems in place in order to manage that and start delegating to people effectively, not just hiring people like, hey, you've got experience in this, so go do that, right? And then they've quit or they don't do it in the way that you'd like them to, and it's just chaos, right? So that's one thing. CRM is the other one. So having client relationship management software and utilizing it properly, keeping track of leads, making sure that lead flow is good, having a system for estimating, having a system for sales, having a system for closing clients, for getting deposits, for managing, financials and things like that are so super important. Financials make or break a company if you're not running them properly and not realizing like, hey, where are things actually at? Just because you have money in your bank doesn't mean you're profitable. Doesn't mean that you're going to be able to pay your taxes at the end of the year, or that if something comes up like your truck breaks down and you need to get a new transmission, that you're not screwed and all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's payday on Friday but I got nothing in my account, and now you got to go clamoring after clients to try to get some payments or take out bad loans with high interest or whatever, right? So a lot of problems come up. I've had it happen to me and it's not fun. So that is how you start a construction company, some things you need to be thinking about and ways in order to do it quicker, better, more efficiently, and become more successful at it. If you want help and build out systems and start building a business the right way, check out the description below. I've got a free course, completely free. Just get signed up, get the information, a number of videos, and it's really condensed, valuable information, how to build a business that works without you. So how to start building out your systems, what you need to be thinking about when you're starting your business. If you already have a business, how to optimize it and improve it, and finally be able to get that solid foundation system so you can scale and grow, enjoy some freedom, enjoy some profits, enjoy, the reason that you started your construction company in the first place, that freedom that we all want, and that success. So here's to you, here's starting your business. Way to go. Few people reach that point. Few people take that risk. Few people are courageous enough to start their own business and actually go after their dreams. So kudos to you. If you want help, reach out. Here's to you. Here's to your business. Here's to your success.